I want to make this work, but let's take it one step at a time. Please initially no visuals. Please just a little bit of energy. You can guide us, you can direct us. Sometimes we get a little bit excited and then we come in a little bit too strongly. And you could just treat her like, say she was a man who's a little bit too keen, and you just go, hold on, we're going to take this real slowly. Just like that. Then you know how to do that.
Yes, thank you.
One last question.
Hello, good day to you. I'd like to know your views on hypnotherapy and one of the therapists who got a client into trance state, and I would like to know whether it's from a vibrational point of view, is it lower or higher vibration? And the other question is, what could be the other ways to find out our negative and limiting beliefs?
And Kuan Yin, if you want to find out more about your negative beliefs, you just need to look at your life. You need to look at what's working and what isn't working. And what isn't working is a direct reflection of your negative beliefs. If you experience lack, you've got a lot of negative beliefs around abundance and money. If you experience absence of love, then negative beliefs are there in that life area. So it's in your face. It's very much right in front of you. You can read your life like a map of your beliefs. And as you change the feelings that are attached to these beliefs, the beliefs and your life are going to change. We ask you to change your feelings, not just thoughts. And hypnotherapy can be an incredibly high vibration or low vibration. It depends on the intention. It depends purely on the intention of everybody involved in the hypnotherapy session. Some people use hypnosis to manipulate and control. That's a very low vibration. But most people use it to help, to heal, to get out of the trap, to get out of an inner prison. And with that helpful, loving intent, it's a very high vibration. Everything in life, the vibration depends on the intent. It's not what are you doing, but with what intent are you doing it? What's the vibration behind the action? Your intent changes everything. Does that make sense? Right. And Kuan Yin, I'll continue to overlay this room. I'm looking forward to speaking more later on. If you like, this afternoon, maybe I might speak through some of you if you wish. I would love that. I would really enjoy it, to speak through many people in one room at the same time. That would be fun. To divide up my consciousness like that. So I'll step back for now, and I'm with you with much love.
Thank you.
Okay. A lot of you guys are already used to me. Pretty much you can just fire away. You can ask me whatever you want to ask, and we'll go from there. Who's got the first question?
I've experienced different types of channeling. So I wonder, how do I know what I channel and how we connect with that? Is it like a channeling store, or how does that work? Do we choose where we channel, or does it choose us, or do we have channeling contracts?
I would say there are infinite possibilities. Like sometimes we walk into channeling because we're at that vibrational frequency and it's just already in line with what we're doing, and then we walk into it naturally. We intuitively start to see through other people. You know, for me, it happened so intuitively. You know, it really happened when people would ask me questions and I would know the answer. It would be like literally would come up from my stomach. You know, and it was, forget what Rhiannon was saying, I'd get in trouble for telling the truth all the time. because you could see through it. People would say, oh, it's this, and you'd be like, no, it's not. It's not even, the presenting issue was never the presenting issue, and you would know exactly what the real underlying problem was. Yeah? And sometimes, sometimes it is like what you're doing today is about practicing. How you come across something and how much energy you put into mastering it are two completely different things. So the more you practice channeling, the more the channeling muscles, as it were, will become strengthened. The faster the channel will become, and the more comfortable you'll be with particular channels. I'm very comfortable channeling angels. Rhiannon loves channeling ascended masters. You'll find a niche almost, as it were. And sometimes someone completely different will come through because you're ready and your vibration is at a different state. And it's about expansion and experience, and that's variety.
So the way I see it's more, it's the way I see you do it, to develop to the level where you have the constant awareness.
Yeah.
Once you can tune in into different channels.
Yeah. Well, that's the fun of it. Okay, because when you first start to channel, it's very it's normal to think of it like that. Like I choose one being and I work with one being. The way I started to channel was through healing, and it was working with in particular the seraphim for healing. And I wanted to know how to heal my life and my family. And I would ask them, how do I heal this? And then suddenly I would be in a different place with a different being teaching me how to heal this. And then I would say, who's the best teacher for that? And I would be in a different space or a different time. And I'd say, why is somebody doing this? And I would get the image of a past life, or of an ancestral thing, or of somebody in their family having done it for generations. And you will actually start to zip around the universe, because the channel will take you into whatever part of the consciousness you want to go into. So you get to the point where you can literally be like Buddha and say, okay, show me my lifetimes, and you'll see the thousands of different incarnations you've had, all the way from being an animal up into being a human being. And that's what being a channel is. It's making love to God. It's being able to say, I want to see, I want to experience all of what I am, and having that be you. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah. Who's next?
Is it possible to channel 10,000 hours of practice?
It's possible to channel without 10,000 hours of practice, very much so. You do it naturally every day. The difference between, the 10,000 hours is the difference between mastering the skill. But here's the other thing, and this is the core truth. You can spend 10,000 hours trying to channel and not open your heart and actually channel. Because to really channel involves having a very deep surrender, which is a part of the divine feminine that's really been lost a lot of the time in our community. Completely trusting the divine to not just know what our will is, but to help us manifest an even better idea than we could ever have possibly understood, and trusting the whole universe to conspire to bring that into place is what channeling really is. It's me saying, I am everything that I possibly could be, all the good, all the grace, all the power of the love in the universe. And I know that that part of me, that source energy part of me, already knows what I need to do and be to have everything that I could truly possibly ever desire. And that I am in the safest place possible. So, like with the entity question, whenever I felt like I was picking up entities, which I used to do all the time in the beginning, especially when I was healing people that were very sick, like with cancer or with anorexia, when they were really in a low place, sometimes I would come out and I'd be like, ugh! I could feel it in my hands, I could feel it in my spine, and I could feel the energy draining. And my teacher, the first few times, he would just clear me, and then after he was like, no, figure it out. Sorry, you can't keep picking it up. And channeling would clear it. I would say, Archangel Michael, I picked up some stuff, come into my body and sort it out, vacuum all this negative energy from my energy field. And it got to the stage where I started to delegate to God. I would be healing somebody, and I'd say, okay, before I even arrive, can you please go in and remove any entities, any cords, any earthbound spirits that could attach to me if I go and heal this person. And you begin to, support yourself as you go along. So it makes, you don't need 10,000 hours of practice. What you need is the genuine ability to surrender. And that will give you mastership of pretty much anything. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
When you're channeling, I'm trying to do this consciously. Sometimes I'm aware when I'm not trying to do it consciously that I'm feeling sensation in my crown, in different parts of the crown, and curious as to whether A, that's normal, or whether that's kind of my crown trying to open more, because I've been asking for that. Do you kind of experience sensations? Are you aware of sensations?
I am very, very aware of my physical sensations. I'm very, very sensitive, and that's something that will come with channeling and with practicing even meditation. You will feel your natural psychic senses begin to become more sensitive and begin to become more developed. It will get to the point where you can walk into a room and feel what somebody else is feeling from the other side. It's exactly what Rhiannon said. Sometimes I walk into a room and I go, wait a minute, something isn't right. Which is what got me into clearing rooms and space clearing. You know, you walk in and you feel, whoa, wait a minute. Your crown chakra is opening because you've asked for guidance. You work with the Ascended Masters on a regular basis. You're a Reiki Master as well. There's a lot of energy coming through you. What's blocking it from fully opening it, because when I see that the crown chakra in particular, it's the 1,000 petal lotus flower. So it's that you're very good at being a channel for others. But what you're attempting to master is exactly what Rhiannon was saying about channeling for yourself, but not information healing. You find it very difficult to trust others enough to receive healing. So, sorry. See the telling the truth thing? What you're really looking at working on is building your trust with God. Okay? The more you strengthen that trust, the more channeling will become a joy instead of a strain. And the more you will be able to feel emotionally relaxed, because emotionally there's so much pain all the time. Everything else is so clear, everything else you've worked so hard to clear it all out. There's lifetimes worth of stuff you've completely cleared. There's forgiveness work that, you know, it's insane. The amount of work you've been doing is insane. And they want to help you with the healing. They want you to let others help you. They want you to be able to trust others. And they're saying that you can. But for that you need to forgive yourself, because there was a part that when they said to you, you're responsible for creating your life, then took all the anger that was angry at being abused and damaged and fired it straight back into your heart. And you are responsible for the lifetimes that you choose, but you are not to blame for any pain in this universe. And that's when you'll start to be able to, especially to your kidneys and to your adrenal glands. And you can trust them. Does that resonate?
Yeah.
I've got a question about something that happened the night before last, and I don't know if you can shed any extra light on it, I guess.
Okay.
The whole of last week, my boyfriend, my partner, was in a really deep, horrible, murky depression, saying there's so much cruelty. All you could see is the cruelty and the horror and all of that. And he wouldn't talk about it. And I finally went to talk about it. And then a few days later, night before last, I had the most horrible series of dreams, just being steeped in that murk and cruelty and horror, and everything was around that. And I woke up, I kept waking up through the night and kept plunging straight back in. And then I woke up in the morning, and my first instinct was, is any of this stuff true? Shall I go check and make sure? But no, actually, none of that's mine. And I just thought, none of that is mine. It's all gone. It's not. I mean, it's not real somehow. And I got up and I spoke to my boyfriend about it, and I said, I can't understand how you cope with this, because it is so horrible, and I can barely connect with it, and I don't know how you can carry this around. And he said, oh, I don't have it anymore. He said, it's gone. I have no idea what happened. And I thought it feels like a good thing that happened, but yeah. I just thought I'd bring it up because it's
It started with a prayer. Your boyfriend's guides are telling you that he prayed to find out whether or not there was a purpose to being alive. And the reason one of the biggest reasons he decided to incarnate into this life was because of how much suffering he had seen people experience, not just on this plane but on the astral planes. And he'd forgotten, because where we are in the space at the moment, he'd forgotten how bad it could get. He'd forgotten how much suffering there actually is in the world in comparison to what we're experiencing in Britain. And